Apple unveiled the new iPhone operating system yesterday, but seems to have disappointed investors and customers who were anxiously awaiting the iPhone 5. CEO Tim Cook also announced new voice control software and the launch of iCloud, a new cloud computing platform debuting a week from today. What does this mean for Apple's ecosystem? They are game changers, but are in the top of the game for themselves right now. Scott Sutherland is an analyst at Wedbush Securities. He has an outperformed rating on Apple. So, Scott, were you disappointed by the product unveil?
Well, I think as we looked at the product unveil, it was mostly what we had expected. We expected an iPhone 4S with most of the software and cloud enhancements out there. I think the two things that are different among the heightened investor expectations was the number, meaning 5 versus the 4S, and the form factor. It was not thinner and didn't have a bigger screen like they expected, but everything else was in there that we expected.
Everything that you expected, but we seem to be under pressure today. Is that typical of a product unveil day two?
This is not typical of Apple. Usually they rally a bit into the product announcement, then a bit afterwards. They did not rally into the product announcement. Obviously the market was weak as well. So not typical, but I don't think it changes our thesis that they're going to have very strong numbers for the next couple of years, especially these next 2 quarters.
Why did it take over a year for this new iPhone to come to market?
I think that coming to market is going to be very important for them. It's the first iPhone launch ahead of a holiday period, which I think will be very positive for them. And it's also the most major global launch over 100 carriers. The iPhone 4 was only at 88 carriers, so I think it is going to be significant with several new carriers. So I still think there's going to be a very material launch here in a couple of weeks.
When do you expect Apple TV to be unveiled?
They've already talked about Apple TV as a hobby factor, and I think we're talking more about the connected TV. When you look at the bigger picture, it's not just about a phone or any single device anymore. It's about the software and the cloud. So I think it's about the content, applications, information that sit in the cloud being accessed instantaneously by any device, including a connected TV. I think they talked a little more bullishly about Apple TV yesterday, and I think it's going to move from hobby status to a major product category here in the near future.
All right, just quickly before we let you go, what's your price target on Apple shares right now?
$530.
$530. All right, Scott, thank you so much.
Great, thank you, Margaret.